Okay. I know from being around and people that were around Suge at the time, because I believe this is when you had left Death Row for American Music. Would always tell me that when "Do for Love" or some of these songs from "Are You Still Down" would come on the radio, that Suge would always get mad and say, "That's my, those are my songs. I own those." I wanted to ask you about this contract that was done in jail, where Tupac had signed and said that he would provide previously recorded unreleased songs, and that Dr. Dre would remix them and Snoop Dogg would do guest appearances on them. Do you know why they did that, or what the plan for that was, or what the logic was behind that?
Yeah. And I know a lot of y'all gonna get mad and be like, he had a platinum album. He had sold 2 million records and while he was in jail. And yeah, all that's true. All that's true. But y'all, Tupac was having a financial situation while he was in prison. Uh, and prior to going to prison. That's why he even went to the studio when he got robbed for, $7,000, $7,500 to rap on a song. He was out there hustling to make money. A lot of the legal situations was kept catching up to him, and you know, poetic justice money, I guess, it ran dry, and Juice, and the albums and all of that, and Interscope was like, you know, feeling like they had gave him all that they were going to give him. So I'm saying all that to say they had no idea or no intentions or no belief that they were going to be able to get Tupac out of prison. But y'all got to know, Suge was the man in 95, 96, y'all. Especially with Interscope and the Universal system. So that's why Pac really was reaching out to Suge, was for him to help generate some money. And then by using no particular songs, and that's what he was signing those songs over, and all of that originally. The idea was just, hey, you my representative. You the person that I give power authority for you to go and make this thing happen for me to generate some money. For my mom to get a place, and he was worried about his family, his sister, his mother, and stuff like that. And so that's why he was like, and for him to have, y'all know, been in jail, and well, maybe y'all don't know, it don't cost much to live, but he just needed, a little money on the books, what Suge had did. I know Suge gave him, had put $15,000 on his books at the time, and or gave $15,000 to his authorized person, and what they did it and how they were giving it to him, I don't know, but I know he had shot 15,000 over to him just on the strength, and so I'm saying all this to say that's why that contract was originally done, because they didn't know they were going to be able to get him out. That was just giving Suge authority to negotiate on his behalf to get out there and make some money. Is what that was for. Now, once they started investigating it more, they saw that it was a possibility that Pac was going to be able to get out on an appeal bond. That's when the deal even got better. And that's when the three albums contract or handwritten agreement was made and all of that. And so that's the real on what happened. It's just good. And y'all always say we don't talk about enough Tupac stuff. We've been dealing with a lot of the drama and all of that. So that's just something for us to talk about for you old heads and you guys that's really here for the history and to really learn what was the reasoning behind stuff like that. I'm hoping she'll pick up on stuff like this and he address stuff like this, because this is the stuff I know we really want to hear from him, and that I would like to hear from him, or if I was helping him direct, for him to be explaining stuff like this and to break this down. What was his thinking when he did this contract with Pop, and what was he going to do, and at what point did he learn that, hey, I possibly can get this man out on an appeal bond, and we can even take it further, because I seen that the groupie and people like that saying, I finally admit, or he proved that Tupac was never signed to death row and all of that. Well, there's no factual and nothing to says that. And why did Suge and the state eventually have to sue each other to get rights for the albums and for and for royalties and all of that if he wasn't signed to Death Row? Stuff like that is a little. And we want to hear from Suge mouth because Suge knows this. Him and David Kenner knows this better than anyone. What the intents were. All I can tell you is how we dealt with it after, because I'm the one that negotiated and had to deal with the settlement agreements after Tupac had passed away, and for albums to continue to go out and to happen. But prior to Tupac getting out of prison, that was all Suge Knight and Jimmy's and David Kenner's doing, and whatever attorney Jimmy had worked for him, probably David Cohen or someone. So anybody else to go and say stuff, it's just all opinionated until we hear from their horse's mouth or their mouth. And that's the type of stuff I would like to see Suge Knight address and to be talking about on this podcast.